Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, for nerds by nerds. Hang out this nerd.
Nerdarchy is Ted.
And today we're going to D&D-ize another Marvel character. This time we're going to look at the Black Panther.
Jump down the description below where you can sign up for Nerdarchy, the newsletter. Get weekly gaming tips, as well as learn how to game with Nerdarchy.
All right, at this point, I don't even know if the movie's still in the movie theaters or not, but we're finally getting around to D&D-izing T'Challa, the Black Panther. It was a freaking awesome movie. If you guys haven't seen it, go see it. I don't think there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this video as far as the movie goes.
I have seen gods fly.
Because we're just going to talk about the character, how we might make him as a D&D character.
You get to decide.
And that's about it.
Yeah, we might, touch on some things in the movie, but you should have watched it by now. So, yeah, it's my fault that I took so long to get to the theaters to see it. But, all right, so where do you want to start first?
Well, so here's the thing, right? I learned a lot about Black Panther because I wasn't as familiar with this character through the movie. And, I initially didn't think he had, any superhuman abilities. I thought he was just like a highly trained human that had, access to vibranium and stuff like that. But, it turns out through the movies that, no, he's actually got some supernatural abilities on top of that. And, flavor-wise with some of the stuff that's going on in the movies, I feel like there's even possibly some warlock aspects to T'Challa.
Okay. I wasn't seeing warlock, but let's see where you want to go with this.
Let's start with the easy part first. I don't think we're going to have to do much when it comes to talking about
race or background.
Right.
Well, when a lot of the times when we look at D&Dizing, 9 times out of the 10, it's someone from planet Earth, so they're gonna be human.
Yes.
So maybe even better than those odds, but it's human. And I would hazard to say, considering his family background, he's clearly a noble.
Yes. So that is absolutely the easy part, right? But at some point, the king always gets infused with this herbal treatment, this mysticism. I don't know if you would call it science or mysticism. There's also the Panther God as well, and that is why that's why I'm like, wait, he could be a warlock. He's not a full-on cleric.
Okay.
For sure.
I would agree with that.
So that's why if you look at some of the things he does and the supernatural abilities he does, by building out his invocations, then you could definitely get some of those abilities. I mean, the one I would want the most is freaking really high level warlock.
Right.
But that being said, Pack of the Blade seems to make sense. And you know what? Now that we have the Hexblade as well, that's very martial, and that could work really easy, I think.
So I was thinking, while there's other more fightery and roguey type stuff that Black Panther does, I was thinking to go a little bit out of the box to get some of those weird powers and stuff. I was going to make him a bard.
You were going to make him a bard.
I was going to go Bard of Valor.
Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't know where you get. Give it to me, man.
All right.
Sell me.
All right. He is incredibly well trained, and he knows a lot about a lot of things. His growing up in Wakanda, where there is access to superior technology, it could be very easily described that he's got all of this training to go in all these different directions, and I really say that he's got expertise. And if you don't necessarily want to go with rogue, you could get expertise from bard to complement the other training and stuff that he has, and then lean heavily on the rest of the levels for fighter.
Although I will say, quick dips for rogue or bard will give you expertise. And matter of fact, you could do them both if you think it was really necessary. Not only that, guys, like when we build superheroes, we always get obnoxious with the levels anyway.
Obnoxious with the levels, and particularly with this guy, his stats are going to be through the roof as well.
Yeah, like all of his, he's going to have, his physicals are going to be really high, 16 to 20 range, across the board. The guy was probably genius level intelligence. and he's also really wise as well, and he's charismatic.
Yes.
He's like, I would hazard to say if he's got a low stat, it could be like a 15 sometimes, but I don't even think he's got that.
I would say the lowest I would have gone would have been a 14.
Yeah,
he's incredibly blessed, and regardless of what he was naturally, he's beyond.
All right, let's do this. Alias from the Finderstone trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
She had straight 17s.
Okay, that's true.
I believe T'Challa is superior to her, even though she was pretty incredible.
I would agree.
I think her stats were a little bit high, but you know what? I can't see it. The more I think of it, I can't see under a 16 for any stat.
All right.
Like, he's super agile.
Mm-hmm.
He's strong. He has preternatural senses. Like, he's got all this stuff going for him. And even if he doesn't have it naturally or after the enhancement, he's going to have it through the suit.
Yes.
So it's like, all right.
All right. So there's no sense, dickering over the stats. They're really high.
Yeah, like straight 18s or something.
Let's move on. So let's get back to classes. If we want to say, are we level dipping in Bard and Rogue and then going heavily into Warlock and Fighter? Is that what we're looking at? Or are we just doing Rogue Warlock Fighter?
And Monk. And I also want Monk. He's trained in like every martial art. So I almost feel like he needs some Monk levels too.
So are we ditching Fighter and just have it all Monk and Warlock?
I think, oh man, I want Battle Master so bad.
I was thinking the same thing. All right, well, how about this? How much of what we see is T'Challa? How much is the Black Panther? Because that suit is supposed to amplify what's going on. The damage protection, is purely the suit, has nothing to do with him. The claws, I think, amplifies his martial prowess. So
the suit is a battle. The suit is a barbarian warlock, and T'Challa is.
All right, so let's go heavy in the monk.
Okay.
What we need to go Warlock to be able to get to the invocation that gives you jump at will. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Or do you want to just get that from the suit?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth going in that, and I think we can say like he's got a hexblade, and his pact, his patron would be like unique. It would literally be the
Panther tribe.
The Panther pantheon deity. So that he's going to get something from that. I think hexblade is going to really offer some things over there. Pact of the Blade is where I would go with him. His pack weapon is probably the suit. Claws, the suit, whatever you want to call it. You could simulate some of the damage resistance, like with things like Armor of Xanathar, things like that. Maybe Stone Skin at some point. Because clearly, there are things that can short out the suit.
Right.
And we've seen that happen. So there's that. So even like Stone Skin, where you're not immune to, you don't get the resistance against non-magic weapons. That would probably make some sense. I do like the heavily in Monk because it's gonna lend to like the skills as well. I do like the dips in Rogue and Bard for more expertises. But the question is, where do you think those expertises would lie?
He's gonna definitely take expertise in stealth.
He is stealthy.
I think that in and of itself is going to be up there. I would lend to say, given what he does, survival.
Survival.
That's tracking.
Well, yeah, that's true. Survival is tracking. Then what about like athletics and
acrobatics? So if we went to get expertise from Bard and expertise from Rogue, you only need a handful of levels there. That'll be your 4. So athletics, acrobatics, stealth, and survival totally makes sense for his expertise. Wow. So he's got those 4 expertise. We could give him martial adept. We could take 3 levels of fighter to get battle master to get some. I mean, he's gonna, anytime we do superheroes, we got levels all over the place.
Well, that kind of works. You're going to get a handful of dice. You're going to take Martial Adept. It's going to give you another couple maneuvers, some more dice. So he's got, like, the options. That's a short rest thing. He's going to get back.
Right.
That's going to be Action Surge. So that's 3 levels there. And what did we have to take in Rogue and Bard? We had to take, like, a couple levels there each.
So you know, we're mostly monk. We level dipped all over the place, and he's got the stats to be able to make it happen.
Yeah, that's not going to be a problem.
All right. So feats wise, what are we looking at? We said martial adept. I'm gonna say alert.
Yeah, alert would definitely make sense.
I'm gonna say mobility.
Mobile would definitely make sense.
I mean, mobile would be ridiculous on top of monk, but
he is kind of ridiculous.
but he is kind of ridiculous.
So that's fine. I mean, we're probably only gonna give him like 25 levels anyway. Yeah. So as far as the other ones, off the top of my head, those three seem to be the most important to me. Maybe tough just because he does seem to shrug. He does shrug off a lot of damage.
Well, I mean, technically, like, the mixture that he takes could be granting him some of these abilities as well.
Well, that's true. I mean,
not all.
But we don't have a way to simulate that, so I think we just do it through feats and class abilities.
Well, true.
It's the whole package. All right, so he's a human. He is a noble, and we're gonna go with like 9 levels of warlock, probably 11 levels of monk, and then another 2 levels of rogue and bard, and then 3 levels of fighter, battle master. See, he's not even 30th level, guys. We held back a little. He's no Thor, that's for sure.
He is not a Thor.
or the Incredible Hulk.
So sheer ridiculousness, but I think it totally works out. I want to take this video just a tiny step further, since there was so many other cool things. I want to D&D-ize the cloaks that they had in that movie.
Oh, the
shield cloaks.
Oh yeah, there was actually a lot of things that we could D&D-ize from that movie that were really cool, and scenes from that movie. But this video is not about that. What do you guys think? How would you do T'Challa? How would you do Black Panther? I would really just love to see Comic Book University do. I'm going to give them like 100 levels. But there's a place where we can discuss, debate, argue. That is down in the comments below. While you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
You can check us out on nerdarchy.com.
So until next time,
stay nerdy.